We don't got time to F around. Yeah, time to talk about Impact. Where's my scene? Is this it? That's it. Welcome to the show.
That's the introduction I get. Just welcome to the show. Come
Yeah,
on, you can do better than that.
I can. Hold on. I'll go back to the bar scene. Hold on.
There we go.
Welcome everybody. Our guest is here. He is sitting in the purple room. He is rude. He is better than you, and everyone knows it. We're going to find out if he can use that moniker. He's also a rock star, and he is wearing one phenomenal shirt that only Dwayne Johnson himself wishes he could pull off. It's none other than Trevor Outlaw. Trevor Outlaw, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing a little bit better. That you did a little bit of a better job on that intro. Still got to work on it, work out the kinks, but not too bad. As you mentioned, I'm wearing this beautiful shirt. It's casual Tuesday shirt for me, but that's just a day in the life, my friend.
What do you wear?
You got to be careful with those lines you're dropping. There's a fellow on TV that's using a line similar to that. I'm not trying to get sued over here.
I don't care. He's a prick, and no one likes him. So fuck him.
You know what? I like the guy. I think he's a good dude. I feel like people
would like him. He does.
He's misunderstood.
I can see that. I can see how you would find him misunderstood, and enjoy his lifestyle. I don't even know how to put it.
Company?
Yeah, enjoy his company.
I mean, the guy's making mad money, so I props to him there. So
that's true. You're awfully rude yourself. Speaking of rude characters that don't give a shit, you're awfully rude yourself. Where does that stem from?
I mean, everybody in wrestling tries to be this larger than life character that they're not, and they try to win over the fans with all these cheesy, hokey BS. And then you find out a lot of these people actually suck behind the scenes. So, people have tried to bastardize me and call me a prick my entire life. I figured, you know what? Why not capitalize off of it and make a living in it? I don't think there's anybody at my level or in my region that can talk the way that I can. They don't look the way that I do. They can all do their cool flips and this and that and try to be show ponies. But at the end of the day, there's no bigger star of the show than myself. So, and I know that.
Would you say are you a prick or are you misunderstood?
I mean, I don't like to think that I'm misunderstood, but people are bozos, and it's kind of hard for them to digest things, especially for wrestling fans. So I just like to give it as straight and simple for these fools as possible. That's usually my goal. So I guess yeah, I'm a prick, and I know it.
That's okay. We were trying to figure out if you could use that mind. Could you say that you're better because you are better than everyone? Can you say you're better than everyone and they know it, or do you have to just say you're better than everyone?
I mean, why would I try to rip off somebody's cheesy catchphrase though? You know what I'm saying? Like, let him make his money doing his own thing. I'll coast my own way. Everyone's gonna get a left hook right to the jaw, courtesy of yours rudely. There's your hook, line, and sinker tagline. Right there. Reel them
in. When did you realize that you were better than everybody? And how much pressure do you feel to live up to that?
I don't really feel a lot of pressure because I don't really think about what other people are doing. I don't really worry about other people's opinions. I just kind of focus on myself and being the best version of myself that I can be every day. I feel like I've always known how good I really am. It kind of just took applying it for me to really realize it. Once I got into the wrestling ring and I knew that this is something that I was going to be good at, this is something that I belong in the spotlight. And I'm here to take over people's spots. I'm not here to make friends with everybody. I don't care who likes me. I don't care who doesn't like me in this business. If you want to make it to the top, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Those are words that I live by, and I'm not going to entertain anybody else's BS. I'm just going to go straight to the top, and I don't care who I cut down on the way.
Now, it didn't take you long, actually, to reach freelance graduate. I believe you had your first match 5 months into training. What resonates most with you in those first 5 months?
Yeah, I was kind of thrown to the wolves a little bit. It's pretty early for someone to debut. there was a lot of pressure in that situation. You know, I was so bright eye and bushy tailed to everything, and I was just excited to go out there and wrestle a match. You know, I was told, go out there and wrestle your best, wrestle to win, but, you know, win the crowd, try to win the crowd over. And I did that. You know, they loved me on my debut. They treated me well, but I got screwed over in my debut, and then came back 2 months later and they booed me out of the building. And ever since, I've just been the laughing stock of the freelance roster. I've been the laughing stock of professional wrestling because of this stupid confetti cannon incident that happened. But I flipped it around and I made a name for myself off that. Right now, that might be one of the only things that people know me for is getting hit in the crotch with a confetti rocket or whatever the hell these things are. Yeah, but I bounced back from it and I spun that around to make a name for myself. And now I'm the one laughing at all these fools. So
I wasn't going to bring it up because I didn't know if there was any lingering PTSD from the confetti cannon incident. But you're right. A crotch rocket right to your lower extremities is what people may know you from. Would you like to delve into that at all? Where it happened, how it happened, and anything like that?
I mean, yeah, long story short, you know, I went to the collective to, you know, do some young boy stuff, pay my dues, go out there and network and help out in any way that I can. Really get a good sense of how the shows run aside from just the wrestling aspect of things. I think for any young wrestler, things like that are critical. You know, everybody wants to rush to the top without paying those dues. I'm not trying to get out of doing those things, but I was willing to put that work in. And, you know, I got conned into helping somebody out for their entrance, and I turned the cannon the wrong way and it hit me. And the wrestling world blew up about it. And, you know, everybody said, oh, you should be embarrassed, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, we're in the age of the internet. You know, all it takes is some stupid moment that goes online for things to go viral and for things to get highly recognized. And I would have been a fool to just, you know, run like a dog with my tail between my legs when this happened. I decided to embrace it. And, you know, I know I'm an asshole. And I was like, you know what, if these people really want to try to troll me on the internet, good luck, you know, good luck to anybody. I feel like that's what my whole career so far has been. You know, people want to treat me like a laughing stock. That's fine, but put me up against whoever you want. And I'm going to show, not only can I go, I'm going to show that I'm a bigger star than this person that you guys are in love with for whatever reason is behind me. And I'm going to go get the winner's purse at the end of the night. So
I actually think, in no offense, getting hit in the junk with a confetti cannon was the best thing for you. It showed these derelicts their true colors. It allowed you to then embrace your inner rudeness, which I think is going to benefit you in the long run. Is it you have a gift for gab? You have you work the mic very well. Listening to you, watching you work, all that stuff. It gives me Owen Hart, my favorite wrestler, CM Punk, gives me Owen Hart, CM Punk type of vibes. Did any of those wrestlers have any inspiration on you and play a part in who we see today?
You know, you've done your homework. You certainly must have done your homework, because those are actually two of my favorite wrestlers of all time. You know, Punk always went out there and just said whatever was on his mind. And, you know, I think he was the first example of somebody that I've seen that you can really say whatever the hell you want, as long as you know you can back up what you say. And if you believe in yourself, and this isn't something, you know, some cheesy motivational speech for people, because I'm not here for that. But, you know, that was something that kind of motivated me to be like, all right, you know what? I know I have a lot to say, and I know that my mouth can make me a lot of money. So, you know what? I'm going to capitalize on that. And I'm not going to dance around like a little pony for all of these ungrateful fans to try to win them over. You know, a lot of these fans too, you know, they're trolls on the internet. You know, they're secretly shitty people too. I'm not stupid. I can see through people, and I read people a lot better than what you would expect. So, you know, for me, I'm just like, look, these people can boo me all they want, but at the end of the day, they know they love me because there's someone that's showing to be a bigger asshole than they secretly are. Yeah. And it makes them feel good about themselves. It's gross, but hey, teaches their own.
Yeah, I know. You put some of those people behind a keyboard, behind their little phone, on their fake Twitter accounts. Uh, they'll say whatever they want. Is it?
I welcome it.
Yeah.
I welcome haters. I welcome trolls. I challenge anybody that genuinely believes that they can outtalk me and they really think they can shut me up. Put your money where your mouth is. This is an open challenge to anybody. Whether you're a wrestler, whether you're some little fan on the internet, sitting in your mom's basement, whatever the case may be, bring them all. I'm not scared of any of them.
Is it hard to cut promos and deal with these derelicts because they're so below you?
Yeah, I mean, I deal with stupid people on a daily basis. My cameraman tries to get himself over with his little quirky remarks that he likes to throw in there in my videos. But you know what? He's not making much money for me. I'm the one that's making the money off of all this. So I'll throw him a little bone and give him this little 5 seconds of fame. Never going to show his ugly ass on camera, but you know what? Let him be heard. That's my charity work that I'll do.
For sure. And yeah, give him his 5 seconds of fame. He's nothing without you.
No more than that, though. He gets his 5 seconds and that's it. I'm getting pretty close to firing him, but we'll see. The people kind of like him. So,
how would you operationally define a derelict?
It's just somebody who's lesser than. They're lacking something, whether it be lacking common sense, whether it's lacking things that are in their control. If you just have less than me. Everybody has less than me. I look at everybody as a derelict. It's it's just another flashy word I like to throw around for idiot. You can polish anything up and market it for these fools, and they'll sink their teeth into it. And for that, I chose to call people derelicts, and it worked. They're sinking their teeth into it. So it's so funny how easy it is to manipulate and work people into things. It's once you know how to work the internet, you can do anything.
Yeah. Exactly. I was gonna say, is there any derelict merch on ProWrestlingTees.com/Trevor Outlaw?
Yeah, I actually do have a shirt that's got my courtesy of yours rudely signature on the front.
Yeah.
And on the back, it's got like a little kick me sign that says "I'm a derelict." Yeah, I thought that it's just looking for another way that I can belittle the fans, especially when they're spending their hard-earned money on it. It's just adding that little bit of salt in the wound, if you will, just really brightens my day.
I totally agree with that. Oh man, I stand by that for sure. But let's get to a little bit of freelance stuff. In some bones to pick. You got a lot of bones to pick with people, and you can fill me in unless I'm behind in my times, and you have picked these bones since then. I know we've had a lot of pandemic crap and all that stuff. Have you settled your score with the Bang Boys? Got to make sure I say that correctly. With the Bang Boys?
No, I have not. Davey Bang has been a thorn in my side since day one. When I first met him, my first day of training, he was getting ready to have his first match, and he's talented, but man, that little son of a bitch drives me crazy. He just runs around all hyped up on caffeine all day. I don't know how the kid hasn't had a heart attack yet. He's like 21, but I swear he's going to go into cardiac arrest one of these days. He's just always getting in my way. I think it bothers him that I got up to his level as quickly as I did, and he's tried to embarrass me and make a fool out of me at every turn that he's gotten. I got my hands on him at Fight Forever in a triple threat with another bozo that I have a lot of problems with, and Jacob Dean. I don't really have a good reputation at the Freelance Academy. Long story short, not a lot of people like the attitude that I have. I put in the work just as hard as anybody else. It takes a lot to be a part of that organization and be a part of that school. Every single student is a top tier professional wrestler. The entire academy should be wrestling all over the Midwest, but when it comes down to spots on the freelance roster at the end of the day, everybody has to stake their claim. There's no sugarcoating it. You've got to be the best all-around performer to be in those spotlights. And I've busted my ass to show that I can go. There's nobody that can touch me on a microphone. and I'm here marketing myself off of an accident, there's no reason that I shouldn't be in these spots. And I should be climbing higher and higher up the card. But Lil Bang Boy likes to meddle every opportunity they got. I want him in a singles match. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. Sooner than later it will, but I'm only going to get better by the time that happens. So the beating he's going to get is only going to get worse. But before that, I got another opponent to worry about in Effy.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to him and his suckhole in a minute. Speaking of marketing off of an accident, Frank the Clown. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on him?
I hate that bozo so much. He really knows how to get himself in there and weasel his way into situations. Yeah. I look at a guy like Robert Anthony, and he's been, a top tier wrestler for the last 2 decades. And, Frank the Clown comes around and, rejuvenates his career and rejuvenates his passion for wrestling. And it's great. But, at whose expense does it cost? And I feel like they ruin a lot more people's days than I get to. And that kind of bothers me. There's something about Frank the Clown that, aside from him being the reason that, I was the nut shot heard around the world, as much as I hate him for that, I also respect the guy a little bit, because you know what? He tried to embarrass a young boy, and a star was born out of that. Yeah. So, maybe one of these days, him and I will be able to put our differences aside. I feel like him and I could do good business together, but there's still some gripes that need to be settled there.
Excellent. And the last wrestler I would like to talk about before I get to Effy, in the big match you have with him coming up at Secret Stash on April 9th, is the FU Independent Champion, I believe, is Laney Luck, if I'm wrong.
No, you're correct.
She's
currently champion.
We've had her on the show, and she stands by that FU championship. How do you feel about intergender wrestling, and is that a title you would like to go for?
I want to go for every title that's in freelance. There's a lot of talented champions all across the board from both freelance and freelance underground banners. All of them are deserving champions, but I want the smoke. I want the spotlight, and I will come after any one of them. I don't care if you're a man. I don't care if you're a woman. If you are standing across from me in that ring, I'm going to treat every one of you derelicts the same. Every one of these is going to be a victim to a left hook right to their suckhole. There's no other way around it, And I hate everybody equally. That's the way I look at it. Well, everybody on that freelance roster, from the students that haven't even had their first matches yet that are coming up on that, to the main eventers that have been there since day one. Every single one of them has a target on their back, in my eyes.
Yeah, equal opportunity hater. I'm all about that, for sure. April 9th, Secret Stash. A wrestler we were gonna have on last week, but some stuff occurred, and we didn't have him on. Effy.
He was probably too busy eating chicken wings on his Twitch streams.
Yeah, Monday Not Raw. You're right. He probably was busy watching some of his old matches, stuffing his face, trying to get himself over. You're right. He probably was on his Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Effy lives. Effy live. Effy live. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You're gonna face him on April 9th. Comments on that? You gonna punch him straight in his suckhole?
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, Effy's going to be a casualty of war on what I'm going to call Trevor Outlaw's path to redemption.
Oh, that's right. I have that right there.
Like I've been telling you, people have been treating me like I'm a joke since I've started. But then when it comes down to it, people praise me for, you've got the gift of gab, or, oh, wow, you really are good in the ring. And, I haven't won a match under the freelance banner yet, but they know that I've gotten robbed. And now I have to wrestle one of the biggest names on the entire independent wrestling circuit in Effy. And there's, I'm not gonna pretend like he's something that he isn't.
Right.
Effy's a bona fide star. Effy is becoming a household name without signing a contract to anywhere on television. Um, he's got more star power than I do going into this match, and people are going to overlook me in this match. But he's going to be the first one of those indie darlings that I cross off my bucket list of names that I'm going to take out. It's not dream matches; it's people that I'm going to take out and I'm going to take the spotlight from. And you know, Freelance has no idea what they've gotten themselves into. They might think this is going to be an easy night for Effy, but it's not. I've been putting in the work every single day. Even throughout quarantine, I've been working every single day. I don't post videos of me training. I don't post workout regimes on social media. I just do the damn work. And people are going to see that in this match. So, it's not going to be some dog and pony show where we're all singing campfire songs and singing along to Elton John and singing along to Billy Squier, which, by the way, my music is way better than his. It's not going to be that. He's going to try to do his flashy moves and showboatiness, and I'm going to kick his ass and show why I'm a bigger star than he is.
You mentioned the Indie Darling list, crossing the name off the Indie Darling list. Who else is on that list?
Everyone. No one is safe. Nobody is safe because the minute there's an announcement, the minute there's an opportunity to be had, I'm coming for blood. I'm going to expose anybody that comes in my path that they're a fool and they are not ready for the spotlight like I am. I'm still pretty young in the game, but I lost a lot of time because of this pandemic. I'm not going to sit around and make excuses for it, but now anytime an opportunity presents itself, I got to go straight for the jugular.
For sure. Have you, have you learned any new traits or tricks that you can use either in the ring or out of the ring during this pandemic?
Absolutely. I dropped a lot of weight at the beginning of the pandemic. I leaned out a lot. Going into my last match, I was probably at the lightest I've been since I've been training, and I've put on about 15 pounds of muscle since January. Just hitting the weights hard, eating a lot, kicking ass at practice, all of these things. I don't really have any secrets up my sleeve. I'm not one of those. I'm not a very secretive person. What you see is what you get. I'm straight to the point, and I'm gonna outwork everybody, and I'm going there to ruin people's days and get the bigger payday. It's just, and you got to do the work to do that. And a lot of people put in the work, but they dance around like show ponies for these people and they pedal to them and they panhandle to these fans. That's not my MO. I'm going to show up, kick ass, and just keep working hard. So no secrets up the sleeve here, man. Just straightforward hard work.
And I'm all about that. I'm not quite sure we could use the moniker outwork everybody. I think somebody else in that promotion has also sucked up that.
Hey, not everything's got to be a moniker, bro. I'm not trying to make money off of other people's shit.
Yeah, it's a good point. Good point. You mentioned music earlier, and you are a rock star, and it got me thinking because when I was preparing for this interview or this spot, I was writing stuff down and jotting things down on my notes like normal. But when I typed in Trevor Outlaw in Spotify to go back and listen to some old podcasts and whatnot to learn about stuff, I stumbled upon, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, your Spotify playlists. You had one playlist called Fuck Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was public. Hell yeah. Well, fuck yeah, rather.
Well, it is now. And so I started listening to it. So I gave up, like, taking all my notes, and I started listening. I was listening to Queen. Where's my phone? That was one hell of a playlist. So I'm going to ask you, like, give me, everyone wants a Mount Rushmore wrestlers, and me and Vanessa, we don't agree with Mount Rushmores and all that because no one gives a shit. Just give me, like, your top 3 bands.
That's a really hard one.
It is hard, right?
My music taste is all over the place. That fuck yeah playlist. So I was actually inspired by that by somebody that I used to work with way back in the day. We used to work at the skate shop, and he had a playlist, and I was like, every song that came on, I just kept saying, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like there's songs that just get you in the mood, get you hyped up. You hear it, and you're just like, "Fuck yeah!" Like there's no way around it. And I decided to make a playlist of that, and it's just it works. I'll be driving in the car with somebody, and I'll pop the playlist on, and as soon as they fuck yeah, I'm like, mission accomplished.
Yeah, add it. Yeah. For sure.
But around a Mount Rushmore, that's tough for me. Because my mood changes all the time, man. Like maybe I can give you some albums that I'm like really high on right now.
Let's do that. Yeah.
My number one of all time is always going to be Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay.
Best hip hop album ever. I don't care what anybody says. It's the greatest. The production on it is absolutely flawless. Every feature that Kanye has on there utilizes them to the max. Just beautiful from start to finish. There's another one that came out last year by a newer artist called Eve Toomer. The album's called Heaven to a Tortured Mind. It's like a very like villainy rock, like it sounds like an 80s ballad almost. Ooh. It's really dark and really cool the way that it turns around throughout the whole production. So that's one that I like. And then one of my other favorite bands of all time that I've just been going through their whole catalog is Starfucker. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
I have not.
Yeah, it's STRFKR. They're a really like funky out there band, kind of spacey.
Yeah.
But that's just when I need to wind down a little bit, but still like feel a little upbeat. That's like my zen, my serenity music,
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I thought it was so cool though. I just thought it was so unique because it doesn't usually happen when I have guests on. Like I'll punch in Spotify and I'll get all the all the podcasts that they're on and whatnot. I get it, but I get it and I go down. It's like shit. So I clicked your name. And there's like some playlists there. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to listen to this while I get ready for the show. And it was great.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. So touche.
I should probably start posting some more of those. I like to post like a jam of the day on my like Instagram stories a lot. It'll usually just be like a cute picture of my dog and then just a snippet from a song that I'm listening to that day.
Yeah.
So maybe I might have to do something with these Spotify playlists and put them on there because I got some pretty good ones.
Yeah.
I got some pretty good ones that are hidden in there.
You should make a Punchin' Effy in the Suckhole playlist.
Hell yeah! It'd probably just be like the Rocky theme song over and over. And then that one song, "Flying to the Danger Zone."
Oh yeah.
The whole thing is just a montage of me just punching him in the face.
Oh, for sure. Trevor, we're nearing the end of the show. We've been posting your links in chat the entire time. Your Twitter, your Instagram, your pro wrestling tees. But I'm going to give you the mic now, which I do at the end of every show. And you can put over anything you want. You can bury anything or anyone you want. Doesn't matter to me. The floor is yours, and I am not going to interrupt. So.
Wow, that's that's a delicacy I normally don't get in this business. So my hat's off to you. You've stayed on my good side this entire interview, so I gotta say that's a rarity. Usually these interviewers like to get a little snarky with me and try to piss me off, but you've asked some good questions, so you've earned my respect today. In terms of things to promote, mainly I just want to promote Freelance and Freelance Underground's Secret Stash. It's going to be airing during IWTV's Showcase of the Independents.
Yep.
I believe we're on April 9th that we're going to be airing. I'm wrestling Effy. Effy's one of the biggest names on the indies right now. So if you don't know who the hell that I am, smarten your asses up and watch the stream. I'm going to kick Effy's ass. You're going to see who the best new wrestler in Chicago is. On top of that, as much as I hate every other student that I'm on the show with, it's filled with great wrestlers. Freelance Wrestling Academy produces top-notch athletes, but none better than me, of course. Let's see. Other than that, Zello Pro is returning to Turner Hall in Milwaukee on May 1st. Don't know who I'm wrestling yet, but I will be there. They're crowning their first ever Zello Pro champion. Personally, I think they should just put the damn belt on me. I think green and gold would look fantastic on me, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But other than that, Twitter, Instagram, the Trevor Outlaw, blah blah blah. Y'all know the spiel. ProWrestlingTees.com/Trevor Outlaw. All right, I'm done. I'm done plugging myself. Honestly, this shit gets too tropey for me. So all of you bozos watching at home, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, I'm Trevor Outlaw, and all of you derelicts can address me as yours rudely.
Have a wonderful night. Thanks for joining us, man.
You as well. Take care.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome stuff. That's fucking great.
Good job.
That was great. Mox Outlaws, Trevor's the best. He is the best. And I had a lot of fun. I hope it came off.